Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down to about the 32.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know they're just trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Throwing here, Dobbs. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Here's Dobbs to throw. That is caught, and he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Handoff now. It's Gray with it. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Eric Gray, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are on the board first here in this division round matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And what a great game that was to watch last week, because he put on a show in the wild card round with 5 touchdown passes. So if you ever want to see what a hot quarterback looks like, watch that tape. Let's see if that same hot quarterback shows up in this one.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's taken to the 26. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. To throw is Dobbs. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. 35 yards. And the Giants have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Love now to pass on first down. And he lost the football. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Dexter Lawrence, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Love. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. On 3rd down, Love over the middle, complete. That's Reed. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line. Now Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. From the 35, here's 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lloyd. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle they go. Lloyd. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw now. Here's Love. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Down the right sideline. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 108 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Marcus Jones, a return man. Marcus Jones now to return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packers ready to take over offensively. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. This one taken in by Olave. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. He'll look to set up his blockers. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Dobbs is throwing. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Dobbs. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And shedding through the tackle. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Dobbs. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Giants are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Jones now on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Kayvon Thibodeaux, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, Love. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Love looking to throw it. And that one too wide and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And quickly they get to the line. Now Dobbs. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got Bellinger. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Here's Dobbs to throw. Flushed out right. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
A throw over the middle taken in. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Giants have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Love's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Again, it's Love. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So no gain on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Brian Burns drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Back to throw, Dobbs. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st down, Dobbs to throw.
Over the middle, caught by Bellinger.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That's going to be caught. Touchdown.
Malik Neighbors,
his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Giants are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it is 42-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
Now the Packers get set to go.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Love. This short throw caught by Goddard. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 3. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Pass take and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Look at the big man rumble. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
On 1st and 10, Love.
That's Olave bringing in another one.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. To the air again, Love.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Love. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. A run. Here's Lipke.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Throwing. Love. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Love now.
A short throw to Musgrave.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Quay Walker
able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
On third down, Dobbs. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Bryan Anger now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. First down, Love to pass. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
2nd and 10.
To throw again, Love.
Olave over the middle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
The Giants season will continue at least another week as we say so long, everybody.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from East Rutherford.
today. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's the NFC Championship game. It's the New York Giants taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And we talked about it last week. The pressure. Not just playing in the playoffs, and now in the championship game as they try to close out a perfect 19-0 season. Of all the games they played, though, this year, this is far and away the toughest one. If they find a way to win it, guess what the next one will be? The toughest one they played. That's what happens when you have a perfect record on the line.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Back to throw. Dobbs eluding the pressure right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
On the give, this is their fullback. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Tracy trying the right side. And some room to maneuver. It's so close. He gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. 34 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? We just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. On second down, Dobbs. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Malik Nabers from a yard out. And the Giants have struck first in this NFC title game. The extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
They'll run here with a rookie from Washington.
And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They're going to look to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Kayvon Thibodeaux gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up third down.
He'll look to throw.
And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive.
We're just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Dobbs escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll go again with Tracy.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Yeah, the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy.
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Malik Neighbors. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
Waddle will return this from the end zone.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Dobbs to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 20. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Falcon football. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On the ground with a fullback Burton.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Oh, and now some space to operate. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons have got it back to within a score.
And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point attempt to come here. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
Right back to Tracy.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
80 yards rushing for him now. A strong performance here in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. On 4th down, Dobbs.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
I remember pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. To throw is Dobbs. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Jalen Hyatt
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was Jalen Hyatt with a touchdown catch to end the drive. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And they will take a knee here. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And they take a knee. So So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, what half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Halas Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game.
And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback.
So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now.
And they have work to do in the second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
That one taken in by Neighbors.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
They'll hand it to Tracy. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down.
And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing here. Dobbs. Flushed out right.
Oh, a Cardinal sin there. Thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Handoff to the fullback, Burton. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on first down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage, but the big man setting the tone physically.
They run again with the fullback, Burton. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you...
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked off by Amani Hooker. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
On the give, it's Tracy.
And a solid run down inside the 30. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
On the run is Tracy.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
108 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame as he goes over the century mark with the AFC title on the line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Here's Tracy.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, they'll run it here. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Back to throw. Dobbs. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a big chance goes by the wayside there. A tough break on 3rd and goal.
Yeah, as a general rule, you know you're usually not going to win games with field goals. But in this case, they had 3 points. In their pocket. I get what he was trying to do, but that's a big swing of momentum right there.
Another carry for Burton. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. This one into the hands of Burton.
And he is going to have a Falcons first. Down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
They give to Burton, the fullback. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Try to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium.
On the ground, here comes Tracy.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Dobbs is throwing. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, What have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Here's Bryan Anger now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Let's take it inside his own 40. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. A run for the fullback, Burton. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a yard. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the give, this is their fullback. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. A give to the fullback on the dive. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how big and strong and powerful you are. The defense is going to win an occasional battle, and they did on that one. Stopped him well short of picking up a first down.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Jalen Waddle. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Tracy trying the right side. 120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Dobbs. That is intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I'm surprised with the lead in a 1-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have.
There he goes, left side. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
These fans on pins and needles. A Super Bowl berth on the line, tied in the fourth quarter as the kick is away. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21-all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Dobbs.
And incomplete on the deep ball. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line.
Now Dobbs.
Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs.
He's got Bellinger.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Now Dobbs.
Another pass complete to Bellinger.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here's 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about it if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. Well, it's been about as evenly matched an NFC Championship as I can remember. But in the end, barring something crazy, it looks like the field goal here is going to decide this ball game.
And there's no way that we could have asked for a better game to be a part of. And if this holds up, that kick is going to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's 1st and 10.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
second down. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. The Giants are the champions of the NFC. As we say, thanks for watching and good night. And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.